Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see the types of agents. That is, how do agents differ in design and capability. In other words, we classify the types of agents based on their internal mechanisms. That is, what they know, how they process that knowledge, and how they decide on actions. So, this understanding is foundational to agent based AI systems, whether we are building simple automation tools or complex reasoning systems. Okay. So agents can be classified according to their complexity, how much processing power and memory they have, and then functionality second. So what kind of problems they are designed to solve, and then third is expected intelligence, how well they adapt to dynamic environments. An important observation here is the complexity of the environment often drives the complexity of the agent. If the world is simple and predictable, the agent can be simple, but as the environment becomes uncertain or dynamic, the agent needs memory, logic, and then sometimes even learning capabilities. So the main types of agents we will see are table driven agents, simple reflex agents, model based reflex agents, goal based agents, and utility based agents. So we'll explore one by one. First, we will see with simple reflex agent. Okay, so this is the most basic form of the agent. It works by checking the current situation, that is, which is called as a percept, and responding immediately with an action. It doesn't remember anything about the past. So its behavior is driven by a condition action rule. So if condition, then action. So imagine a drawing robot. If it sees the character A on the screen, it draws the shape for A. It doesn't care what it drew before or what it might draw next. So this kind of agent is only suitable when the environment is fully observable, meaning it can sense everything it needs in one look. If something is hidden or changes over time, this agent will fail. So a simple reflex agent is fast and efficient, but it's also short-sighted and reactive. So next is model-based reflex agents. So this doesn't just look at the present, it maintains an internal state, which is a model of the world based on the past percepts. So this internal model allows it to handle partially observable environments. If something changes outside its view, it can still make reasonable decisions by relying on what it already knows. Okay, so this agent requires two types of encoded knowledge: how the world evolves, for example, a door that opens when a button is pushed, okay, and how its own actions affect the world. That is, like knowing that if it turns left, it will face a different direction next. Okay. So a good example would be a cleaning robot that remembers where it has already cleaned, or a robot in the maze that keeps track of which paths it has explored. Okay. So in this case, we move beyond reactivity to basic reasoning based on the memory. So that is model based reflex agent. Next is goal based agent. Not only responds to the environment but also considers where it wants to go. Okay. The agent evaluate the possible outcomes of actions in light of a goal and choose the one that gets them closer to it. So let's take a GPS navigation system. It doesn't just react to where you are. It plans routes to help you reach a destination. Okay, if there is a traffic or roadblocks, it re-evaluates its plan, right? So this type of agent requires search and planning capabilities. It doesn't just act, it thinks ahead. Okay, so this makes goal-based agent more intelligent and flexible, but also more computationally demanding. The next is utility based agent. So finally, this we come to this utility based agent, the most advanced in this hierarchy. A goal based agent only cares whether a goal is achieved, but sometimes multiple goals exist means or some outcomes are better than the others. So this is where these utility based agents shine. So they use a utility function to evaluate how good a given state is. Their objective is to maximize overall happiness or usefulness, not just to reach only the goal. Okay, so think of a self-driving car. It doesn't just want to reach the destination, it wants to get there quickly, avoid accidents, ensure the passenger comfort, and also to reduce the fuel use. Okay, so it must weigh all these factors and choose the action with the highest expected utility. Okay, so this kind of agent needs to predict the outcomes, evaluate them, choosing among alternatives. So utility based agent is not just rational, it is strategically optimal. Okay. So this is about the utility based agent. So agents in AI can be simple or intelligent, reactive or goal driven, memoryless or memory using. So each type serves as a purpose and it's matched to the complexity of the task and the environment. So finally, to summarize, table-driven and simple reflex agents are rule-based and limited to direct reactions. Model-based agents add memory and internal reasoning. Goal-based agents bring purpose and then planning. Utility-based agents bring decision making under uncertainty, optimizing for best possible outcomes. So understanding these types which allows us to design better AI systems, ones that are tailored to their task and capable of intelligent action in the real world. Okay, thank you.